Hi, welcome back to Our Hollywood. I'm Kim.
I'm Daniel. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone.
Um, hey, today we're gonna be because the Oscars come out
When are
in a
they? I don't even
week
know where they
from
are.
today. It's a week from
Oh,
today. So we're recording this on Sunday, March
yeah.
20th, and the Oscars are on the 27th, which is why the episode's going up today, because if we waited another week,
It would
it
be
would be too
after.
late.
And then that
Yeah.
wouldn't be the queen of scheduling.
So that's why I do the scheduling.
Yeah, because I didn't even know the Oscars were next week.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, great.
Well, for our episode today, I'm sure we'll like go on a tangent or two, but our
Or
focus
three or
today are
four
the
or
best
five.
picture nominees at least.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
our main focus is the best picture nominees. And I mean, I feel like this is the award that everyone's like, it's the big award of the night.
Yeah, it's the
They
one they
always
wait
end
till
on
at
it.
the end. Or no, they wait. Do they end on big director or what? On best director or best movie?
Best movie. Remember the
Oh,
whole
you're
La La
right.
Land
You're
debacle?
right.
Like that was the end. Because I remember specifically like the credits going on while everybody was on stage.
That was crazy. It's also funny that like it's also not that big of a situation, but it's like the Oscars are so boring that like something like that is like insane.
Yeah. Do you think
And we
there's
can
a
say it.
BuzzFeed quiz for this?
What
What
Oscars Best Picture
best
nominee are
best
you?
picture are you? I
Oh,
don't know.
an independent student-run newsroom. This is on the Daily
Oh,
Californian. Which Best Picture
thanks,
nominee are you?
Berkeley.
That's kind of fun.
First, pick a word to describe yourself. Unique, bold, brave, sarcastic.
I'm
I'm gonna say bold for me.
gonna say unique for me because I'm not like the other girls.
Okay. Pick a film genre. Action, comedy, mystery, drama.
I'm gonna do mystery.
I want to do drama.
Oh my
Choose
god,
a
this question.
Saoirse Ronan Oscar-nominated film. Brooklyn, Lady Bird, Little Women, Atonement. Lady Bird. Duh.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Little Women. I watched Little Women the other day and I was shocked by how much I liked it.
It's you hadn't watched it before?
No, because I didn't think I was gonna be like my kind of movie, and I loved it so much. I was like, I'm
It's
gonna watch this
so
1,000 times.
good. Okay. Pick a legendary Oscar snub. Adam
Oh my
Sandler
god.
for Uncut Gems. Lupita
Okay.
Nyong'o for Us. Amy Adams for Arrival. Toni Collette for Hereditary. I already know what
Wait,
you're gonna pick.
are you reading them in order?
Yeah.
Oh, they're jumbled for me.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm
the
gonna pick Toni
questions?
Collette. No,
Oh, the
the
answers.
answers. Yeah. I'm gonna pick Toni Collette for Hereditary.
I'm
Period.
gonna do Adam Sandler because I really genuinely do believe he was snubbed.
All of
Anyway.
these were.
He won the Film Independent Award though, which is all that matters to me. Oh my god. See, that's why I like the Film Independent Spirit Awards so much because they always give the award to the people that I think deserve it.
Okay. Fair.
So I run the Film Independent Spirit Awards. Like this
Yeah.
year, Simon Rex won for Best Actor for Red Rocket, and I was like, yeah, that's who I would pick.
Period.
Perfect. We have the same taste, is what I'm
Okay.
saying. Anyways, oh, this is a Berkeley question, so
Let's guess.
we'll
The
just we'll
worst
just go off a
the
vibe.
okay. The worst building on campus: Krober Hall, Evans Hall, Lewis Hall, or Pimental Hall. If you go to Berkeley, please tell us which one is the worst one.
Yeah,
I want to know the tea. Okay, what are you
I'm
feeling?
gonna
Bad vibes
say
from.
my gut is telling me Kroger.
Okay, my gut is giving me Lewis is
Okay.
like awful. Bad things happen there, so I'm gonna pick that
Okay.
one.
Pick a Laura Dern role. Nora Fanshawe in Marriage Story, Renetta Klein in Big Little Lies, Vice Admiral Holdo in Star Wars The Last Jedi, Dr. Ellie Sattler in Jurassic Park.
Ooh,
These are she's so good.
I love her.
I have to send you this
I
TikTok I found the other day about Laura
about Laura
Dern.
Dern.
It's
Okay,
not about Laura Dern. It was actually at the Film Independent Spirit Awards. And it was
period.
like, because they always have like fun little bits. And it was like the gospel of like Laura Dern or something like that, or the gay
Uh-huh.
choir of Laura Dern or something like that.
Oh, I've
And it
seen
was
that. I've
fucking
seen that.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so good. I
Um,
forgot that happened.
I saw her at when I went to the Beechwood Cafe with my friends, and I saw her in her car when I was there.
I love that. She
So
probably
I
lives
love
around
Laura
there.
Dern. Probably that's such a nice area. Anyways, I'm gonna
Um,
do I I love the wig from Star Wars, but I like the Jurassic Park character 1,000 times more. So I'm gonna do Dr. Ellie
Okay.
Sattler.
I'm gonna do Renata from Big Little Lies because I love that show.
She's so good in that one. Are they gonna do it again? No, huh?
No, they need to leave it. They need to leave it.
They could do a reunion. It's just a PT. It's like a PTA meeting, and that's it. It's just a 1 hour special.
No, leave it.
Choose a color.
Black, red, gray, or white.
Are these the school colors? Why did they pick these colors?
No, it's not the school colors.
I'm gonna do black, I guess.
I was gonna do white.
Okay.
Finally pick a past best picture winner. The Hurt Locker, Gone with the Wind, Sound of Music, The Shape of Water. The only one that I genuinely really like is The Sound of Music.
Oh. Gone with the Wind is a flop. Sorry. It's outdated. Sorry guys. I think I'm gonna do
the first blockbuster ever.
I'm gonna say, people say that Jaws is like the first summer blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna count it as Jaws is the first one, not Gone with the Wind. I'm gonna do. I also love The Sound of Music, but to pick a different one, I'm gonna do Shape of Water.
Okay.
What's yours?
I got Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, period.
A brilliantly written dramedy that tells the story of a Nazi Germany from the eyes of a 10-year-old boy, whose imaginary best friend is Hitler, portrayed by director Taika Waititi. You're distinguished by your clever dialogue, appealing aesthetics. I can agree with that one. And your original story. Perhaps you'll be able to do what no satirical film has done in the recent years and win Best Picture. That's sweet. Cute. Yeah. Go off, Berkeley.
I got Parasite. A breakout film from Korean. Yeah. From Korean director Bong Joon-ho, focusing on the twisted relationship between the affluent, oh my god, I cannot read right now, Park family and, oh my god, my eyes are really blurry. Where was I? Okay, as well as the rest of the Kim family who try to become indispensable to the Parks and the chaos that ensues. You've generated lots of buzz and excitement, even being hailed as one of the best films of the decade. And your thought-provoking nature and meaningful aesthetics elicit all kinds of responses. Okay.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Berkeley, for that quiz. Anyways, okay, we also have another little pre-show thing to do.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
I'm having it in my notes too.
Well, before we get to that, actually, be sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I think Spotify is just stars, so it goes 5 stars on Spotify.
Give us 5 stars. Only 5 stars allowed.
Right. And I think you can watch the. I thought the video version would be up last week. Was it up? No, right?
I don't know. I only listen to it in my car or when I'm working.
Oh, period. Well, if anyone has feedback about that, let me know because I have no idea if it worked. I should check later. Follow us on at our.hollywood on Instagram, at our Hollywood on TikTok, our Hollywood on YouTube, and our Hollywood on Letterboxd. Okay.
I need to update Letterboxd.
What?
I did that. I updated Letterboxd because we had a big chunk that we missed.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I need to do it again. Anyways, into our next little segment, our personal. If we were the Academy, and we didn't do this together, so if I singularly was the Academy
by myself,
by
themselves,
these are the movies I would nominate.
I'm very curious. Wait, did you repeat any? Some of mine are still in the actual.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go first. Since this was your idea. Wait, did you pick a winner also? I picked a winner.
I didn't pick a winner, but I can.
Okay, yeah, you should pick one.
Okay. I mean, I think we all know what I'm gonna pick.
Okay.
So I have The Humans, which is something I'm gonna explain this one because I remember I said I didn't like it on the podcast, but it was one of those movies where like I didn't really like it when I first watched it, but the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, kind of popped off. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that deserves a spot on my best picture list. I have West Side Story and In the Heights in conjunction because it's like either one could make it for me. Like I don't feel like I feel the same about both of them. So, but I wouldn't put 2 musicals in it, like I got to pick one.
Oh, okay.
But I think I would say, no, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not
okay.
The French Dispatch,
Period.
Belfast, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and Red Rocket. And then
Period.
you know how like the Oscars, like they put in that one movie that I'm like, everyone's like, did you actually watch that? The Academy.
Yeah.
This is mine that I haven't watched yet, but I know I will like it when I do watch it. Tick Tick Boom. That's my. I am gonna watch it. Like I genuinely do. I just like I went through a hyperfixation when I was in elementary school about Rent, which I know like
Yeah.
why the fuck did I know what Rent was in elementary school? But like I have emotions, so I have been putting it off. But I'm gonna do it this week. I told myself.
Okay, period.
And then my winner is obviously Red Rocket. Duh.
Oh, okay. Period. I haven't even seen that movie yet.
It's so good. It's like if you watch it, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is a Kim movie.
Okay. We have some. Wait, one, two. We have like four, like overlapping ones.
That makes
Um,
sense.
so I did Spencer because I thought that was incredible.
Oh, I
I
didn't watch
also
that.
I did West Side
Also, these
Story.
are only ones that we like watched, pretty much.
Yeah, we watched and that we also went by the Oscars like deadlines
Yeah.
just for the rules. So I also did West Side Story. I did The French Dispatch. I don't even. How did that happen?
Such a snub.
Like
I
I'm
think
like
I
shocked.
genuinely think it is one of the better Wes Anderson movies that he's put out recently
It's
too.
my favorite one.
Yeah.
I just whatever. Anyways, Tick Tick Boom, loved it. Drive My Car and The Eyes of Tammy Faye. And I think,
I
well,
didn't
okay.
know you
Also,
watched Eyes of Tammy Faye.
huh?
I didn't know you watched Eyes of Tammy
Oh,
Faye.
I loved The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
I
Wait, I
just
thought I
watched
texted
it.
you about it.
It was probably a long time ago.
Probably. Um, Wait, no, yeah. Oh wait, it's because I went through this weird phase where I was watching biopics about women. Like I watched I Tanya, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and then like Pam and Tommy like in the same like 3 days.
Oh,
So I don't know what was.
what's your winner?
Oh, my winners Drive My Car, and I'll get into my thoughts about that later. But I
Okay,
loved
cool.
that movie so much.
Two other movies that I saw on the list that got
Mhm.
snubbed. The first one I have heard a lot about, Titane. It's about a woman
Oh
who
yeah,
has a titanium plate fit in her head, embarks on a bizarre journey involving her fetish for cars. I didn't know that's what the
I
movie's
haven't seen
about,
it yet.
but I've heard so many things about it. Like people are
Me
like
too.
obsessed with it.
It's on Hulu.
Really, it
Yeah,
looks cool. Like just off of the
I heard it's also graphic
yeah,
in terms of scenes
that's
with
all
her
the
in the car.
questions. Is Titane gross? Is Titane graphic?
What was the
But
other
yeah,
one?
every person that I know that's seen it is like, this is the best movie ever.
Really?
Not ever, but like it's
Oh,
a
okay.
really good movie. I was just being
Okay,
dramatic.
okay, okay.
And another one, I don't know if this was a best picture one, but I saw it on the list. I think it's for best actress, I think that they
Okay.
said, but I do think it's an interesting movie to bring up called Passing. And it's about I didn't know it was a Netflix
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Um it's about a woman who is a white passing like
Yeah.
when segregation was happening.
Yeah.
Um and something I started watching it, I had to finish it, but I think it's really interesting that it's all in black and white. And like I just
Oh, I
feel
love
like
that.
the premise and like the stylistic choices, like it would make sense, but I think we'll get into this later, but I think the Academy does play it safe and
Hmm.
like which is weird because they've been criticized so heavily in the past couple years
Yeah.
to like have some growth and like, you know.
Wait, also speaking of movies that are or should be in black and white. Okay, so I before I had seen Nightmare Alley, I saw that Guillermo del Toro was doing like a screening of Nightmare Alley at the Egyptian Theater, I think.
Mhm.
But it was on film and in black and white. And when I was
That
watching
makes
the
more
movie,
sense.
yeah, when I was watching the movie, I was like, I wish this was in black and white because I feel like the digital makes it doesn't fit the vibe.
Belfast is in black and white for the most
Dude,
part.
some black and white movies deserve it. Some black and white movies don't. Like in terms of now, because it's a stylistic choice, but I'm like sometimes you don't. I'm like this black and white is adding nothing.
Yeah, I'll get into Belfast because
Okay,
it's
period.
very. I'll save it.
Okay, okay,
Anyways, let's go to our ad break, and we'll
okay,
see you in a second.
okay. Bye, guys.
Welcome back from our ad break. Now we will be going. Did you put it in like alphabetical order?
No, they're in the order that they're on the Academy website.
Okay, cool.
So we're going
So,
off of their standards, I guess.
I mean, we're not going too far off of what I was saying before the ad break, but we're going to talk about Belfast first.
Oh yeah.
Daniel didn't watch this, but I did, which we
No.
will like say who watched it and who didn't
Yeah.
when we get to it. But it was directed and written by Kenneth Broch
Braun? I think it's just Braun.
Braun. Well, because Nicholas Braun,
Brauniga.
it's spelled differently. It's spelled
Oh wait,
like how you would
Braun.
think it would be smelled.
Brana. Wait.
Smelt.
Oh wait, there's another A. Brana?
Branagh.
Brana.
Branagh. Bra.
Kenneth Brana.
I also don't have my glasses on, and my computer's a little far away from me, so I can't really
Why don't
see.
you just pull it up
Anyways,
on your phone?
I don't.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, go.
So it's a semi-autobiographical film which chronicles the life of a working-class family and their young son's childhood during the tumult of the late 1960s in Northern Ireland capital, starring Katarina Balfe, Judi Dench, Jamie Dornan, Syrian Hinds, Colin Morgan, Josie Walker, Judah Hill. Cinematography by Harris. I'm so sorry to this man. Zambar Lucos.
Okay, wait. Also, when I was doing this, I just want to point out that obviously, like, there's like hundreds of important roles that go into a movie, and none of them should go like under ignored. But we can't if we sit here and mention every like the sound design and the score and like every single one of those things right now, we just won't have time to talk about anything else. So I put these down because I feel like these are the ones that we sometimes talk about more, like cinematography and acting, and then directing and writing. Just because I feel like those are the ones we focus on, even though.
Yeah. I do think this is my favorite movie out of all of these.
Period.
Which I think is kind of shocking because I feel like you would think I would like other things more. I feel like I don't know. And so why I like hold on, let me just read my Letterboxd review because it basically sums up what I felt about it, and I wrote it right after I watched it, so it was raw. I was so emotional watching this movie. I cried almost cried like 4 times. Anyways, this is my Letterboxd review. Go follow me on Letterboxd. It's at Kimber Yeet. I said I gave it 4 stars and I hearted it. I watched this movie only because I went to an event where the 2 actors were receiving awards and they talked about making the film so beautifully and how it meant a lot to be a part of it because it was like semi-autobiographical from like the writer-director. So I watched it and I was blown away. So many parts of the movie reminded me of my family, and telling the story alongside the child made me remember so many memories from being around that age and how I saw the world. It was so beautiful and I was blown away with how deeply I resonated with it. Well, this is a very like beautiful review I wrote. I don't even care if it was Oscar bait with the family drama with a historical event backdrop. It got me in my feels.
Well, sometimes Oscar bait is good.
Yeah, see, this is Oscar bait that was good. But the thing is, what I'm saying about Letterboxd is it is like shitted on Letterboxd. It has so many like shitty reviews on there, and it's like people are like saying, I mean, this is my first movie from this director that I am aware of. And people were like, this sucks from him, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you don't need to do your passion project. Like, basically along the lines of that. Mean. And I'm like, this is about his life. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
That's so mean.
I know. And
that's like one of the cruelest comments ever.
Yeah, people were just like, this is rude. Like, this is boring. Like, blah, 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 blah. And like, they just didn't like it. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because like, it felt deeply personal.
Yeah.
Like it genuinely did feel like you were looking at this family, like this is an actual family that existed, which it probably translates to his writing capabilities, to be able to capture that and then also direct it as well. And then like the cast was so good. Like the kid actor, Jude Hill, so good. I'm surprised that he didn't get nominated for Best Actor. Like genuinely, he was like really good. And I know they submitted him. And then also Katarina Balfe, she plays the mom. I don't know why she wasn't nominated instead of Judi Dench. I get Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench, like I get it, like she's an icon, but she was barely in the movie. Like Katarina Balfe was kind of like the heart of the story as the mom, and I just like I love that he told it alongside of the child. I think that was a great choice because it easily could have been about the parents. It could have very easily been through that, but I think like especially like I mean we're always going through historical moments, you know, whether we're like conscious of it or not, but like I think it's interesting to like see how a child might interpret their surroundings and like what their priorities are as a child while there's like crazy shit going on around them. I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting. And it's not like a movie that you normally it would be a movie that I would be like, okay, whatever, boring, like Oscar bait, don't like it. But it was good. Besides the fact that the fucking couple next to me in the movie theater was like literally audibly talking the entire time.
Oh my god.
She kept on asking questions and I was like, bro, save your questions till the fucking end. Why do people ask questions in the middle of the movie? Maybe there's a reason you don't know what's actually going on.
I literally think it's because people are so used to watching movies at home, like on Netflix, and just being able to talk, that when you go to the theaters and you're talking, it makes me. Oh my god! I went with my friend.
I was staring at them. I was like, "Shut the fuck up!
Like
shut
this.
up!"
Full turn.
No, literally full body turn, so they could feel me looking at them.
I went with my friends to a movie yesterday, and like I love my friends, and if you guys are listening to this, like I'm sorry, they would not like they were like making little comments, and I was like so mad.
Like it's okay here and there to like whisper a little funny, like every now and then, but like throughout the whole movie,
and also like read the room because like during Spider-Man, everyone's being loud, so I don't care. Go for it. Throw your popcorn. Rocky Horror. I don't care. But like this movie, nobody was talking. Nobody, it was kind of like it was X. Like I think it was supposed to be funny, but nobody was laughing except us. So I was like, oh,
you just got a really weird crowd.
I did. It was also 10:30, so I don't know.
But
what I was gonna say,
that's why
it was also the AMC at Palm Promenade. Yeah. So, but what I was gonna say was that how you were saying that like historical events through the eyes of kids, also like Jojo Rabbit last year.
That's what a lot of people compared it to, and I would also compare it to Jojo Rabbit. It's just a little bit more. It's not a comedy. I mean, there's like funny moments, but it's more like a family drama, if that makes sense. And I don't know, like especially like the grandparents' relationships. Like I was like, oh my god, this reminds me so much of my grandma and my Popoli. So maybe it was also like sentimental that way. Probably. And that's why I hit different. But that's also like the beauty about like movies is like I could take something totally different than someone else. But I just don't think you need to be rude on Letterboxd. Like you can make a little funny joke, but like
well, it's also just like it's not that deep, and also like this is our new era, but like if it's like that clearly this was the director's like it means a lot to him, so to go on and be like I hate this and this is why I hated it, it's just like maybe save it and go watch something you do like.
Read the room, like whatever, like write a shitty review for like a big blockbuster movie, whatever that has like Tom Cruise in it, whatever. But like this was extremely so personal. So like that's what I mean. Like read the room on like reviews because like I don't know, like
and it's not like the director cares. Like I don't think he's on Letterboxd like scrolling trying to see what people.
I was a director, I would be. I
know you would. I know you would, but I don't think because what does
this man look like? I don't even know what the director.
I don't know.
He's definitely he's Irish.
Okay, yeah, we gathered that much. Yeah, I have no idea. Are you looking him up?
Yeah, he looks extremely Irish.
Oh, fair. Like that boxer?
Kinda.
Okay.
I like how I knew who you're talking about.
Yeah, because I don't even know his name, but I have a mental image
McGregor.
Oh yeah.
Anyways. He directed Thor.
The first one?
Yeah. Oh. He directed Thor. He directed the Cinderella. He directed he didn't direct Dunkirk. That's Christopher Nolan.
Maybe he was
Oh, he's an
involved.
actor too. Oh, he's an actor
Oh,
and a filmmaker.
king of talent, king, king of multitasking.
I think he actually did direct Murder on the Orient Express though, and Death on the Nile. He had a busy year.
Um, yeah, he did. Anyways, Belfast. That was Belfast. I have to watch it. I got a email for like that one's the Apple TV one, right? Oh no, just kidding. That's Coda. Never
Yeah,
mind.
that's Coda.
Anyways, so do you think it was deserving of the nomination?
Yes. I
Period.
know it's not going to win, but I want it to.
Okay, fair. Okay, next.
Sorry, I'm like so. Yeah, he did direct Thor. How interesting. And
Yeah,
Cinderella.
the
And
boob. The
Artemis Fowl. What the heck?
Cinderella, the one with Helena Bonham Carter as the godmother. That one, the live action one.
If Lily James was Cinderella,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one.
Okay.
I forgot the name of that girl. So I was like, okay,
Pamela Anderson.
yeah, the one with Pamela Anderson. Okay,
Coda.
Coda.
You didn't watch this one, right?
No, I was literally about to, and then I just didn't have time.
I feel that.
But I
I have
activated my Apple free trial, so I'll watch it today.
Okay. So Coda is directed by Cian Heder. Cian? Cian?
Seeing.
So sorry.
Oh,
And it
Cyan
was also
Cat.
directed by or written by them. And also a couple other people, Victoria Bedos, Stan. Oh my god, these people have names. Stan Ilas. Look it up, please. Look it up. Ruby is the only hearing member of her deaf family from Gloucester, Massachusetts. At 17, she works the mornings before school to help her parents and her brother keep their fishing business afloat. But in joining in her high school's choir club, Ruby finds herself drawn to both her duet partner and her Latin passion for singing. Starring Amelia Jones, Eugenio Derbez, Troy Kotzer, Ferdia Walsh, God damn, Daniel Durant, Marley Martin, Matt Matlin. Cinematography by Paula Hudobro. Is that a woman
I
cinematographer?
think so.
Period. Is this a woman director? Hold on.
I don't know. Seeing.
Okay, so my thoughts about Coda. It's nothing that you haven't seen before, like plot wise,
Okay.
but the family that you're experiencing the plot with is not, I guess, unique because it's not really like a predominant family you see on screen. So I think that's important. So basically, like the plot that I'm saying is like it's I'm not living your dream, Dad. I'm gonna choose my dream, or whatever the hell Troy Bolton says. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, oh, it is a female director.
Oh, we love that.
Okay, we love a female director cinematography duo. That definitely makes it better for me. um, and I will admit that openly. I
That's
think the
fair.
cast is great, especially Troy, who plays the dad. It's just like funny, and I think it's like because you know how like in movies the parents like they never seem to actually like each other.
Yeah.
I think it's always refreshing when we see the parents of the kid actually like each other and have like sex drive and like are funny together.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that and like seeing a family dynamic that I have never been exposed to. So CODA stands for Child of Deaf Adults. That's what CODA stands for. I didn't know that, so I thought I
I
would
didn't
share
know
the
that either.
information.
Period.
And it's just very sweet. It's nothing crazy, but I get why it's nominated, and I'm really glad that it's nominated so it exposes more people to this storyline. But yeah, I liked it. I don't
I
really have much to say
also
about it.
I also like how much like representation we got of like sign language in film, like where it's like represented on screen and so there's captions below it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got it in Eternals, we got it a little bit of it in Drive My Car.
Mm-hmm.
And then this movie, it's like a big chunk of the movie. But I just thought that was cool. How
Yeah,
it's like
I
in so
I
many of
think
the
it's
movies now.
like especially because I mean I'm not deaf so I don't know,
Yeah.
but like I bet you like going to the movies isn't like a fun experience, you
Yeah.
know? And even Troy, he was also at that event I was talking about, and he was talking about like why he went in to be an actor, and like he saw, I don't know if he saw the lady who plays his wife in the movie. I think she was an act like a she's like a kind of a distinguished actor, and I don't know if he saw her in a movie and was like, oh, I can't be an actor because I see these people. So like that's why like I'm glad that we're seeing more movies with people with different types of disabilities on the forefront, because acting shouldn't be only for like able-bodied people, you know, like it, especially like when we're coming down on like diversity, you know, we always want diversity, but like also why wouldn't we just give it to a person that actually is this, you know? Like,
and also like acting is more than just your like voice, the sound that comes out of your mouth. It's more than that. It's like those TikToks where it's like best acting performances and it's like men yelling.
yeah. And that's what Troy was saying. He was like, you know, even with sign language, like there's in different, like, you know how like people have different accents in different parts of the world. He was saying that in sign language it's like the same thing. So he's like, I had to learn like a different types of sign language and had to come up with different things, because he's like a fisher in the movie. Like they have a fishing business, and he's like, I've never fished before. Like I still had to like learn stuff and like put myself in someone else's shoes. Like it's just like he was like and I guess like like I guess people don't think about it like that.
And
So,
also like movies like with Eternals where it's more of that, I guess that one, a Marvel movie is more focused like for a younger audience, then you're gonna get kids who are gonna see that and be like, I want to learn sign language.
Oh my
And
gosh, and then the actress Amelia, she was saying like how they've been having screenings and she's been going to them, and like she'll have like people that are codas like come up to her. It's so cute. And she was like, they were like saying like, thank you so much for like the representation. Like it's like so refreshing to see my family on the screen and be able to like finally relate to that, because there's like not really any representation of this type of family. So I thought that was, I'm always, you know, rooting for that, for people to be able to see themselves on the screen. How sweet. It's sweet.
Apple Plus or Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Apple TV. Don't Look Up, directed by Adam McKay, written by Adam McKay, and David Sirota. I like how I got the one where it's the easiest names to read. Two low-level astronomers must go on a giant media tour to warn mankind of an approaching comet that will destroy planet Earth. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, Timothy Chalamet, and cinematography by Linus Sandgren. I got through that scot-free, but wait till we get to Drive My Car, and I'm not gonna be able to pronounce those. I
didn't watch this one. No.
Okay.
I kind of refuse to.
I don't think it's like,
because I have climate anxiety already, so I don't need to watch this movie. I feel like it's for people that have climate anxiety. So they could be like, Adam McKay is like, wake up, see? But no, also, I'm well aware of what's going on.
But also like people who are like, people who don't believe in climate change are not going to watch this movie. So that's why I'm like, it's kind of like a little bit pointless. Because it's clearly directed towards like more like liberal people.
The way they marketed it was weird. I feel like they could have easily, because Adam McKay is behind like The Big Short and other movies like that, which I feel like would have a bigger like, I don't believe in climate change audience. You know? So I don't know why they marketed it towards. Maybe it's because it was on Netflix.
Maybe, I don't know, but
I thought it was weird. I was like, so you don't actually care about the cause, you just wanted to make a movie about it?
No, I think they did. Well, okay, I'll tell you my thoughts about it. So I saw this in a theater because they were doing like theater screenings the weekend it came out. And the person I was with fell asleep. So that tells you that.
It is long.
It's so long. It's so long.
And most of these movies are long, but it doesn't feel long.
Yeah, I will say I didn't hate it. I don't get why it got so much hate. Like it's
climate deniers.
May try not to be a hater. No. It wasn't even climate deniers. It was just people that were like, "This is a bad movie." But like, the acting was great. Like this cast is great. Every single one of these actors did so good, especially Meryl Streep and Jonah Hill together. Like as a comedic, like they were essentially playing riffs of Donald Trump and like his kids, and I just thought it was really funny. But it's also like I laughed maybe like twice. So I don't know. It definitely feels like this was Hollywood like patting themselves on the back, being like, "Yeah, see, we do believe in climate change." Um, so I don't think it was an awful movie. Sure it got nominated, but there's no way it's gonna win. If it wins, imagine the chaos if this movie wins.
I don't think it. I don't. I
It's not
you
going to.
know. I don't think so. I think there's
There's
like
no way.
three actual nominees, or 3 to 4,
Always. There's
you know,
always only three actual
and
nominees.
then like the rest are just for funsies.
Yeah, it's just so they can put Oscar nominated picture
Yeah.
on their promo. That's all. I literally have nothing else to say about that movie. That's it.
All right.
But I have a lot to say about the next one. Drive My Car, directed by. Okay, I'm. Oh God, this is not gonna go well. But I apologize for my butchering. I'm a stupid American, and everybody knows that. Okay, directed by Ryusuke Hamaguchi.
I
Written
think
by.
you could just. Are you gonna? Okay.
Yeah, I am. Written by Haruki Murakami, who wrote the short story that this. Or it's like a bunch of short stories. Um,
Oh.
that they based this movie on, and I guess it was also written by the director as well. And then Takamasa Oe. I don't know if I pronounced any of
I
that
think
right.
you did decent.
Okay, let me know in the comments below how I did that. An aging widowed actor seeks a chauffeur. The actor turns to his go-to mechanic, who ends up recommending a 20-year-old girl. That's not what I thought the plot was. That's not how I would just described it.
How would you describe the plot then?
Okay, yeah, I don't like that. I didn't even read it when I copy and pasted it. So it's about this guy. Also, I didn't know what the movie was really about when I went into it. I just kind of started watching it, and I was kind of shocked about like there's I don't know if I would call them twists because they're not meant to be like shocking twists. It's just like a development in the story. But I was just like, oh, I was not expecting it to go that way. But essentially, it's about this guy, and he's an actor, and he's married to his wife is like a screenwriter.
Mhm.
Um, and so they have already like a weird relationship, and then one day he catches her in bed with another guy. He's like supposed to be. He's like his flight got canceled, so he got back home. He caught her cheating on him, and then he like just goes to a hotel and pretends he didn't see it. And the thing about her is that the way for her to get ideas would be like during sex. She would get like um story ideas, and so she would like tell them to him, and he would recite them back to her, and then she would write it and then sell them, and that's how she became like a screenwriter. And so
Okay.
whatever to remember the thing about her cheating on him. I'm about to just describe the entire plot of the movie, but not the spoiler because obviously. But so then he is obviously struggling with that, and the relationship becomes a little bit strained. And then their daughter passes. I think it was their daughter. It happened so quick that I was like, oh, what happened here? But I think their daughter passes away, and they kind of like never recovered from that. And then one day, oh, he like leaves for work, and she's like, when you get back, we need to talk. And he's like, okay, period. So he comes back and he finds her on the floor and she's dead. This is all in the first 30 minutes, by the way. Like this is like the setup for it. Like I don't even think the credits are like or the title screen comes into like kind of like fresh where it came in like 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. Um
I love
and
that.
yeah, and so the his wife passes away and then he's putting on this like the rest of the movie. He's putting on like a Chekhov or is that how you say it? Chekhov like Chekhov's gun. Chekhov?
I don't
Chekhov?
know what you're talking about.
The writer Anton Chekhov. Chekhov?
I
Hold
don't
on.
know that writer.
Chekhov's gun. Because this is like something we need to know. Like this is like essential. Hold on. Like Chekhov's gun is a thing that like if you put a gun on the wall, well, it's like a writer's thing. If you put a gun on the wall, you have to
Yeah,
use it
I
when you
was
set it
like,
up.
you're asking the wrong person. Like, I literally hate writing anything besides
Chekhov's
like what I
gun
do for my job because that's easy. Not easy, but it's
is who? Oh my
funner
god.
for me.
Oh yeah, Anton Chekhov. I don't know. Whatever. He's a Russian playwright. Anyways, so the guy's putting on a play by him, and what he's doing is it's like a kind of like an experiment. It's like artsy, and so every
You
single
really are just
character.
describing the whole plot.
No. I'm not gonna. I'm just. This is literally just
Okay.
like the first like hour, like the
Okay.
setup for the movie. So every actor and every character in the play speaks a different language, and so or a different. Well, one of them speaks English, I think, but then the other ones are different languages. Like in Asia, like one of them speaks Korean, um, I don't remember, Mandarin, I think is one of the other ones. Um, and so they don't understand what they're saying to each other, so they had to like memorize like I don't know, but it was cool. And so one of the guys, the guy that he cast as the role that he would usually play, is the guy that his wife was cheating on him with. And so he's like putting on this play, and then also he had like an eye thing. So they were like, "We can't let you drive, so we're gonna give you a driver to drive you to and from the hotel." That's like non-negotiable. Like someone's gonna drive your car, and the car is like this. I don't even know anything about cars, but it's like this beautiful red car, um, and it like that's like one of the main things in the movie, obviously because it's called Drive My Car, and like how the imagery and like what that car means through the course of the movie is so good. And the girl who's like driving his car is like one of my, I think she was my favorite character in the whole movie. Do you want it? No, you need to watch it. Okay, because I almost spoiled the ending. I was literally the last 5 minutes just crying, just crying. But anyways, I loved this movie so much. I guess this is based off a bunch of different short stories, and they kind of combined them
Mhm.
into like one narrative. But I just love this because it was basically about like making like your relationships with other people and what different people used to bond. So like his wife, the way she would bond, and also the guy that she was cheating on him with, they kind of would use sex to like bond with other people. Like especially the guy, like he like there's this one part where he hooks up with another girl that's in the play, and the main guy, he's like, me not knowing any of the characters' names, period. And the main guy, he's like, so why were you like with her? And he's like, oh, I just was like comforting her. And he's like, you don't even speak the same language. And I was like,
Whoa.
weird. And so, and then the girl who's driving, she likes like the car driving is like something that's like what her purpose was. Or that's what she thought her purpose was. And that's how she would bond with the guy, like when they were driving in the car, and like even where he's sitting, you're like, period. Like you can see how their relationship shifts throughout the movie. I love this movie so much. I think this is the one I want to win. I don't know if it's going to though. I don't think it is, but I would want this one to win. And you don't feel the 3 hours. It's literally 3 hours long, but you don't feel
Yeah,
it.
no, literally 3 hours long. That's why I was like, I'm gonna save this one till the last, and then I ended
Yeah.
up not having time to
It's
watch
like
it.
it's daunting when you look at the 3 hours and you're like, oh my god. But it the pacing is so good, and I was never bored.
Okay.
But there's also a lot of themes of grief. So that's why I was like, Kim, I don't know if we've
I feel
talked
like
about
I
that on the
can do
podcast
it. Yeah,
before.
I feel like I can watch it now.
Oh wait, I'm gonna read the quote. I wrote this in my letterbox, but there was a quote. There's
Maybe. Yeah, I need to watch it now because the anniversary is coming up like in a couple weeks.
yeah, yeah,
So.
yeah. Yeah, but no, but it's like a positive way of looking at grief. Okay, well, anyway, he said this at the end of the movie, and I was literally crying. This is when I started crying, and then I just kept crying until the credits were rolling. But he said, "Those who survive keep thinking about the dead, and we must keep on living." And I was like, I was just laying in bed crying,
Mm,
but it's so good.
I'm
And
already
then
crying. I'm like,
no, I'm not even kidding. The like last 3 minutes, like literally one of my, I'm gonna remember those scenes for the rest of my life. It's so good.
oh,
I love
okay,
that
yeah,
movie.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, anyone who's listening, if you're like, I don't know, like it is a foreign film, so you will have to actually pay attention and look at the screen, or you won't
Yeah,
know what's happening.
yeah,
But it's on HBO Max.
yeah. I think I was like trying to watch it, but I was in that mindset where I'm like, I literally just want to watch like 30-second TikToks. I can't right now.
No, me with like some of these other movies were the ones that were in English. I was like, I can multitask.
Yeah,
I don't need to fully pay attention right now, but Drive My Car, I had to pay attention, and
that's why I like
it's
watching
like
foreign movies because you literally have to pay attention.
you literally have to be looking at the screen. You cannot look away from the screen.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love this movie. Everyone go watch it. Next, what's the next
Dune,
one? Dune. Oh,
directed by Villeneuve,
period.
written by Denis Villeneuve, and John Bites, Eric Roth.
Wait,
You
is it actually? Is that really how you say his name, Denny
Denny?
Villeneuve?
Yeah.
Oh,
At least that's how Timothy Chalamet says it. I
then
don't know.
then that's how it's said.
He
Then that's how
did. Yeah, I all of my like boundaries with language is through Timothy Chalamet.
I agree.
You know what's interesting? He didn't get directed. I mean, he didn't get nominated for best director. I thought that was interesting.
I would have preferred that than this one. I think.
Preferred what?
Wait, that sentence did not give
Yeah.
anything. I would have rather had Dune nominated for best director than for best picture. Unpopular opinion.
I think that makes sense. I think it's interesting that he didn't get nominated for
Yeah.
best director, and then you said something that didn't make sense.
Oh yeah, no, but what? Okay, to put my
Make it make
thoughts more
sense.
clearly, yeah. What I was trying to say is that I think what stood out for me from this movie was the direction and the cinematography, not so much the story itself.
What do you think they consider when they're picking Best Picture nominees? Are they looking like at the big
Money.
picture? Like literally just thinking about what am I vibing with right now?
Yeah,
What do you
I think the
think?
Academy goes, what am I vibing with right now? I think those old men just look at them and they're like, what
Do you think they
vibe?
actually do? Because I've heard stories of like people in the academy, they just make their assistants or like their children do it for them.
I have zero, I'm not even kidding. I have zero clue, zero
Because it's
insight. Like
so secretive. And I
I
think
love it.
that's
It's a
weird that
cult.
it's secretive.
That is weird. What's going on
Anyways,
there?
um, we talked about we've talked about how we felt about this movie.
Yeah, but that was in my hater era. So
Okay. Do you want
oh no.
to
What
reclaim
is
your review?
I don't know, but I think I was too harsh on it. I think obviously it has great elements and everyone loved it, but I think for me, I don't know why, but I don't like I'm not super into like serious space dramas. I want silly space
Same.
dramas. Like I
Yeah.
can handle the Star Wars like ridiculous like creatures like the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda. Like that's fine for me because I'm like that's we I don't think we fully have a grasp of what space is, whatever.
Because it's like fantasy at that point. I know like science
Yeah.
fiction is a fantasy, but like, you know what I'm
Even
saying?
though I do think Dune has really good themes, like it's about like classism and like all this kind like there are a lot of really good themes
Materialism.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just too long and at times I do think it was a little bit pretentious. But we love Rebecca
Like
Ferguson.
movies that
We
take
love
itself
Timothy
too
Chalamet.
seriously.
Yeah. But the
I
cat
feel like
that
that's the reputation that a lot of best picture movies have.
yep.
And it's like, is that really what we think represents cinema? Is only like the things that take itself really seriously? And I
Yeah.
think that's the issue I have, not issue, but like one of the critiques I have
A
of
qualm.
a qualm I have. Remember when I
Yeah.
was saying that like a million
Yeah.
times?
Yeah.
But like that's the thing that I have with it because I think like there's a lot of good movies, but are all these representative of like what? Because it is an American award show. Is this representative of what America is like feeling right now? I guess Dune is kind of like the
Something
themes
to
of
think
it
about.
are
Yeah.
relevant now, but I just feel like not enough happened for it to make it
Yeah. But then
a best
also
picture nominee.
like does the Academy nominate sequels? Like is that a thing that happens? Like
Yeah,
Dune Part 2 is there?
Godfather, right? I'm sure a
Oh,
Godfather sequel
duh.
has been
You're right.
nominated. I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
it has to do with like sequels and stuff. I just wonder why. I just want to know why
Yeah,
they chose
yeah,
it.
like what was the
I'm not saying
reasoning?
it's like a bad movie. It's not my cup of tea. Like I don't
Yeah.
love science
People
fiction.
loved it. People loved it.
Yeah. And but I do think the people that loved it had the context of the book and they could see where the story was going and that's what excited them.
That's
But like
true.
for like people like me, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was good, but like would I say it's a best picture? No.
And we're still gonna watch the next one
Oh yeah, I'm
and the
definitely
one
gonna watch the
after.
next one. 100%. There's three. God damn.
I think there's wait, have you heard the or no, maybe there's only two, but have you heard the casting rumors?
No.
Austin Butler might be in it.
Fuck
Allegedly. I think he's
yeah.
gonna play a villain.
Fuck yeah.
Well,
I love
I think
Austin
they had
Butler.
Harry Styles and Austin Butler up for that same role, but I
Austin
think
Butler, please.
yeah, I think
Austin.
they're considering Austin Butler because I think it's gonna be like right after Elvis comes
That
out.
may
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's probably good in Elvis, so he's probably gonna get a lot more roles. I
yeah,
would get so excited when like people that I love finally get like their breakout role for like the
yeah,
A-list people,
yeah.
and then you see them in way more things that they deserve to be in.
Period.
I love Austin Butler. I've been a fan. I've been a stan since Zoe 101 and
but yeah,
Vanessa Hudgens.
and
Uh,
anything else about Dune? We've talked about it before, so I don't.
yeah, I mean, shrug.
Yeah, not for us.
Yeah.
Anyways, King Richard, directed by Reynaldo Marcus Green, written by Zach Balin. It's a look at how tennis superstars Venus and Serena Williams became who they are after the coaching from their father, Richard Williams. who was played by Will Smith. And then there's like a huge cast because it's a specific part of their lives, but it kind of goes through how how they got to where they are now, and how their father is kind of the reason that they are where they are now. Here's the thing. I'm not.
It's just so Will Smith can get his Oscar.
That's what I'm. Okay, that's it. Okay. I don't like sport biopics. It's just like I don't
Have you ever
care.
watched the one about the tennis player Billie Jean with Emma
No,
Stone? She plays Billie Jean. I feel like you would like
no.
that one. But I think it's
Okay,
also because it's like a queer story along with the
maybe.
sports
Well, yeah,
documentary.
because I liked
You
I
should watch
Tonya, and
that
that
one.
I Tonya is technically a sports biopic, I
But
guess.
the ones we just mentioned are about women.
Well, so is King
That's
Richard. Even though the main character
yeah,
is dad is about Venus and Serena.
but is anybody talking about the
No,
Venus and Serenas? No, they're all talking about
no.
Will Smith because I don't want to discount these young actresses because they were very good too, and the only reason he would be able to like receive Best Actor is because of the
Yeah.
relationship he created on screen with these child actors. And this the one that plays Venus, I don't remember
I
which
should
one
have
plays
put who
Venus.
played what because I just kind of put the names.
But she was at the award that I was talking about,
Yeah.
and she's only 15 years old.
Yeah, they're super young and they were good. They were good in the movie.
Yeah, and she's been in so many other things. She was in Fences. She was like she's worked with like big people, so I think she's gonna be someone to like look out for.
Okay.
But I do think this was just in order for Will Smith to get his Oscar,
Which is
like
like
how
if
The Revenant was for Leonardo DiCaprio to get his Oscar.
yeah.
You know?
I think Will Smith has put in his he's clocked his hours. I think if this is the one that gets him the Oscar, I don't know who's up for best actor. I don't know who the other ones are, but if this is the one that gets it to him, I am more than down for that because I love Will Smith. Um
The
and the movie
tennis movie I'm talking about is called Battle of the Sexes, and has Steve Carell in it.
Oh, hold on. I think I have seen this movie.
It's good.
But I'm gonna add it to my list right now. And but yeah, it was just it was also interesting to see how like not aggressive, like how tough he was on them. And I don't like obviously like that got them to a super successful point, but it's
But I
just
do
like
think that's why a lot of young athletes have mental health issues, like
yeah,
what we're
I
seeing
don't
with
yeah,
the
I don't know.
Olympics and stuff. I just think it's like weird timing to be like putting out this type. And I'm not saying like this means like Richard Williams is a bad father at
No,
all.
he
Like
wasn't.
that's
Yeah,
no, he wasn't a good father. That's just the way he like expressed his love to them was to make them the best as they could
yeah.
be. And I do think it's an interesting thing, especially because I feel like generational trauma was like a big theme also recently with
Oh yeah,
movies. And it but like did they I didn't watch the movie, so like did they get into how it affected Venus and Serena the
a
way
little bit. Well, so the okay. I also didn't know. I don't remember. I watched this like right when it came out, so I don't really remember who was playing what part. But there was a
Mhm.
part where he was focusing on one of the sisters a lot, and was like, she's gonna be like the star, and then the other one was kind of feeling left out, so she was kind of rebelling a little bit because she
Mm.
was like, well, I'm being ignored by my dad. But then the dad goes to her and was like, this I don't remember which one was which, but she was like, this sister is gonna be like a great tennis player, but you're gonna be like the best athlete of all time. And I was like, what? But this was like actually things he said to them, and I was like, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It would feel weird to. No, I don't want to get into the parenting styles, but I'm just gonna talk about the movie itself. But I did enjoy it. Wait, let me read what I put about it on Letterboxd. I think I
Okay.
put like I don't usually like sport biopics, but I liked this one.
I'm sure it's a good movie, and
It is a good movie.
like it is interesting to see how like it could have been easier to like maybe focus on Venus and Serena, but
Yeah,
like I mean it makes sense why they didn't because their dad is what built the foundation
yeah,
to
yeah.
their thing. So I think it's interesting and like you know what, give Will Smith the Oscar.
Yeah, but
Just
it's also cool to see a movie about two of the most successful like um black female athletes
yeah.
ever. Um so I don't know. I love them in real life. I love Venus and Serena Williams. I think they're so cool.
Yeah, I think they're really great role models for
Yeah.
like people. So, I
It's worth
mean,
the watch. I don't I, like I do think this one is worth a watch. It's on HBO Max too. So or actually I don't know because there was when they were doing that theater. rollout thing. So I don't know if it's still on there, but it's worth a watch. Anyways.
I respectfully will not watch it.
Okay.
Respectfully,
Okay.
though.
Okay. Anyways, Licorice Pizza, directed and written by Paul Thomas Anderson. Alana
What?
Kane
Written,
and
directed by.
yeah, come on, writer and director. Alana Kane and Gary Valentine grow up, run around, and fall in love in California's San Fernando Valley in the
Is that
1960s.
really what the synopsis is?
Yeah, that's what I copy and pasted from Google.
Mm.
Starring
From
Alana
Google?
Haim. I don't remember who it was. IMDb. I think it was IMDb. Alana Haim, Cooper Hoffman, Sean Penn, Tom Waits, Bradley Cooper, Benny Safdie. Cinematography by Paul Thomas Anderson and Michael Bauman. I have nothing else to say about this movie that we haven't said already, honestly.
Yeah. I love the aesthetic of this movie, though.
Yeah.
Cinematography popped off as
Do you
well.
think it deserved Best Picture nomination?
It makes sense, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And let's move on. I really have nothing else to say about it. I really don't.
Like, go on TikTok if you want to hear more opinions about it, all right?
Yeah. Scroll through Letterboxd for a couple hours and you'll find the
Yeah.
opinions you want. Nightmare Alley, directed by Guillermo del Toro, written by Guillermo del Toro, Kim Morgan and William Lindsay Gresham.
Gresham?
An ambitious carny with a talent for manipulating people with a few well-chosen words hooks up with a female psychologist who is even more dangerous than he is. Starring Bradley Cooper, Rooney Mara, Kate Blanchett, Toni Collette, a bunch of other people, and cinematography by Dan Lawson.
So this is how I'm going to describe this movie to you.
Okay.
The consequences of my own actions is how I would describe this movie.
Yeah.
It literally is. I'm like, and I mean, I liked it like overall, but I'm just like, okay, fuck, like we get it. Like men are evil. People are evil.
A lot of the themes, like the power of the dog was also like men are evil.
Yeah.
But okay, here's what I'll say. Well, did you know it was a remake? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't
it's
know
based
until
off
I
a book
looked it
too.
up. Yeah.
And the original movie is based off a book. Yeah.
But what I did think was interesting is that Guillermo del Toro is like super well known for like his like creature features and like putting monsters and paranormal things in his movies. So I was waiting for it this entire time. I was literally sitting there and I was like, is there like a monster in this? And no, there wasn't. And I guess what he was trying to say is all monsters are human.
Yeah, because it could have been the guy that bit off the chicken in the beginning. Because like there was not really a purpose for him. And you would think
but it was him.
Like
or like it was supposed to be like that's where he ended up.
Oh yeah.
That's why they started with that and ended with that. It was like a little cycle.
Yeah.
At the beginning we see it and we're like, oh my god, look at that like person who is like
who's not well.
Yeah, who's not well and who has like primal like I don't know reactions, and then we see like why they're actually in that position, and we see him leave that man to die.
Yeah, but do you think that men that watch this movie would get that?
I don't think men are watching this movie.
The men that already know that are watching this movie, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
Who's the average Guillermo del Toro stan, do you think? What does this person look like?
Like a little Wait, I don't know where I was going with that. just like a Hot Topic employee that has $2 in a dream and wants to make scary movies. I think the average Guillermo del Toro stan is. I love Guillermo del Toro so much. I'm such a stan of him.
But why did you say they're little?
I don't know, because I was going somewhere with that, but then like I got like confused and I was like, wait, I don't know where I'm going with that.
How I started off my Letterboxd review for this was Guillermo del Toro's The Greatest Showman.
Yeah,
and I still stand by that.
Okay. Oh wait, I was talking to Kim about this, and I was like, okay, Bradley Cooper, stop listening right now. But
we still love you. But
yeah, I do. I really think Bradley Cooper is such a good actor. I don't think he should have been this character.
Oh yeah, you should. Yeah, explain that to me.
So, okay, so the whole point of that character is that he's kind of taking advantage of, people like grieving people and like. Well, it's also I've always thought psychics were interesting, especially people who fake to be psychics, because it's like on one hand, yeah, you're lying to these people and you're taking their money, but also you're like in a sick, twisted way, you're giving them like a shred of belief that like they did talk to their or like the sigh, that they did talk to someone, whatever, in the afterlife. But then it also shows how that doesn't always go the way you planned with the lady that like kills
He
herself and
took
her
it
husband.
so far. Why did he need to bring Rooney Mara into this?
He literally just kept going and going and it kept
It's the
getting more
greatest
elaborate.
showman. It's like
Yeah.
it's literally the greatest showman.
Ooh. It's the
But
greatest
you
showman
said that
without
you
like the
think he
songs.
should have been younger.
I do think he should have been younger because I think it would have sold the sort of the like the greed and the like just thinking that everything's gonna go your way always. I think it would have sold that a little bit more. Because there was times where I was like, I don't know. Bradley Cooper, I just feel like Bradley Cooper's a little older than I would have like. Okay, I don't know if it was because I was thinking of The Greatest Showman, but like someone like Zac Efron's age for Zac Efron's like way younger, right?
He's like in his 30s.
Like early 30s or like late
Yeah.
20s. I think I would have liked this character to be that.
Yeah, it could have been a more interesting take because we've seen like this type of character
Yeah.
before. But
Did you like it?
I feel like Guillermo del Toro normally goes with older
He
actors.
does, which
So
is
maybe
because
it's
like
just like
yeah.
maybe it's just like a trademark of him.
Well, also Crimson Peak was young people. I don't know
I don't even know what Crimson Peak is.
with Tom Hiddleston.
Wouldn't know a thing.
Okay, period. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it, but also
I am not the average Guillermo del Toro
you're
stan.
not.
I
You're
like
not.
his movies, but like I'm not like a fanboy.
And Pan's Labyrinth is also a child, the main character. So maybe
Oh yeah.
he's all over the place. He likes a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
Also, did you know he has a house where it's just like collectibles? Like he
That's what
owns a
I would do
house
with my money if I was rich.
literally same. I've literally shown people like he has a tour on YouTube, and I'm like I'm gonna do this. I'm
I'll have
literally
to
gonna
watch
do this.
it. I
He
haven't
has like
watched
a
it.
life size like a Reagan from The Exorcist, like a statue of her. It's so cool. I'll send it to
He
you
seems
after.
like such an interesting guy. Like I would want to
Yeah.
have dinner with him and just
Oh,
make
I
him
would
talk the
love
whole
to.
time.
Oh yeah.
Because I
I have nothing.
genuinely think he's really and he seems very, very kind. Like he
He
doesn't seem
does.
like very full of himself, and like that's not something you can say about a lot of Oscar nominated like direct or Oscar. I think he has already had an Oscar.
Yeah, he won Shape
For
of Water.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of directors that are in that high echelon is if that's the right word.
Sure.
Like I feel like a lot of times they can get like very
Pretentious.
like yeah pretentious and like my work is art and like it is art but like you don't need to be pretentious about it. He like genuinely has connection and he just seems like he's still having fun. That's what I mean. Like he's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
having fun and he still loves it because it is film, you know?
And
Like
also
how I fell in love with Sebastian Stan recently because he was like the way he was talking about acting. I was like, see, this is the type of
yeah.
like energy we need to have.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
My opinion.
Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, the other thing that I was gonna say is that I love movies set like in this era, in
Yeah.
like the backdrop of like a carnival. And I'm like, we're never gonna like the last time we got this was like in 2016 with like American Horror Story. So it's not like it's a very rare occurrence to get a movie set in this time period because it's expensive, and it's like how many stories can you really tell with these characters? So I was grateful for that. So I was like, you know what? Fair. I didn't think it was gonna get nominated though. I really didn't. I was shocked.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's one of the more interesting ones that got nominated because it could easily fit in the same like realm stylistically as like Murder on the Orient Express and Death
Yeah,
on the Nile. So maybe it's because it's like a Del Toro touch,
probably.
probably.
Yeah, I liked
Which is
it.
why I think people were interested to see that French Dispatch wasn't nominated because there's some
Oh,
directors that like,
yeah.
and I think this is another qualm I have is like just because a certain director has put out a movie doesn't mean it should be nominated for a
Yeah, I
Best
don't.
Picture,
Yeah, that's fair.
you know? Um, but I
All
mean, they
right.
are good at what
Oh,
they do. But also, does it have to be every time?
no. Okay. The Power of the Dog, directed and written by Jane Campion. Is that right? Yeah, Campion. Based on the novel by Thomas Savage. A domineering rancher responds with a mocking cruelty when his brother brings home a new wife and her son until the unexpected comes to pass. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, Cody Smith McPhee, and cinematography by Ari Wegner.
You didn't like this movie, right?
No, I actually did.
Okay.
When I was texting you about it, it was like the first hour, and I was like, I want
Yeah,
to
you
die
never
right now.
followed up with me about it.
No, because I was like,
I remember I texted you and I was like, I liked it.
yeah, I was like, I'll save it for the pod. But once I figured out what was going on, I was like, oh, period. Because I was like, the first hour, okay, so basically Benedict Cumberbatch plays this like super mean guy at first. That's what you think. So he plays a super mean guy,
I mean,
and
he is
then,
a super mean guy.
but I think he was just like, it was a defense mechanism.
Oh yeah, but
100%. But it doesn't excuse his actions. Obviously, it was
yeah,
still like
yeah.
awful. But and then okay, so his brother like brings him Kristen Dunst, who is his new wife, and then she has a son who's like a little bit fruity, and they don't like that. They don't like that he's a little bit fruity. But I also think Benedict
Kristen Dunst doesn't mind it.
no, well, she's like aware of it because you can see like when she sees him like
She
picking the
encourages
flowers.
him. She's like,
Yeah,
yeah. She like wants him to put out the flowers. She like
yeah,
encourages him. Like she doesn't ever be like, don't fucking do that. Like
yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch. He's like,
She's very protective of him too.
yeah.
Um, but then as like the movie goes on, you're like, Wizards of Waverly Place, everything is not what it seems, and you start to realize like what the power dynamics really are, and like was wild. I was like, this is crazy. Like,
Isn't
this
it
is not.
crazy that like Kristen Dunst's character was so torn up after she got owned by a banjo? She literally was
I would
not the
be
same after
too.
that scene.
It was
But that
scary.
it was
Scary.
and I was watching it in like this like hyper speed, so I was like, this is even more scary because
It
it went
was.
on for so much longer than I thought it was going to.
I also. Oh my god, no, that scene was so scary. I was like, it was low key. I was
She
like,
was torn up, like she was
yeah,
literally like a shell of like a human after that.
because he was like making fun of her. He was like, you can barely figure out to do this
Oh,
on the
you think you're
piano.
talented? No,
Yeah,
fuck you. You're
he's like, I
ugly
can do this
and
on.
untalented.
He's like, I can do this on the
You're
banjo just
not
by
getting into
hearing you.
Hollywood arts.
Yeah, that's literally what he said to her. Um, yeah, I don't know, but it was just crazy because like, okay, so as the movie goes on, you start to realize that like, at least this is how I interpreted it, and then you could say how you interpreted it. But so it seemed like what was the name of that guy, the dead guy? It was like something really Western.
Oh, Bronco.
Bronco, yeah, whatever, Bronco. So you get the sense that like he was like Benedict's like lover back in the cowboy days, right? Or no, wait, he was dead beforehand. I don't
I
know. It
was
was a
just he was someone that taught him, but I feel like things did get a little like
yeah,
boundaries were crossed.
yeah, boundaries were crossed. Yeah, I think so. Brokeback Mountain. And so, okay, whatever. They like hint at that, but I also think that that's why at the beginning, that's why Benedict Cumberbatch's character hates. I don't remember the name of the son. Hates that character so much because he's like a little bit more like it.
Outwardly fruity.
Yes, but also it's like that whole. Well, okay, you know that trend of like the bully is like secretly gay, whatever. I think this movie.
This is that movie.
No, but here's the thing. Here's why I'm like they kind of twisted a little bit because they didn't just make it, oh, that guy is like secretly gay and that's why he hates him, because they also made it like this guy, the other one, the son, he's like literally crazy. He's literally crazy.
Yeah. It's
Um
more like more depth to that storyline though.
yeah, and also like the brother, he's also kind of
Bronco
awful and just
Henry.
Bronco Henry. But the brother, he's also awful just in a different way. He's
Jesse
like,
Plemons?
yeah, he's not great to his wife. I didn't think so. The full like I can see the wheels turning in your head right now.
I guess I just didn't pay attention to him because he was barely in it.
He's not. I don't think he's the main. Like he's not a focal point of the movie. But I think it was just kind of like men are all bad. Period.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
maybe it just
definitely
didn't
not
faze me because in that time period,
anyone's
that is
take.
how like men treated their wives. They're like,
Yeah.
I just want wife to have wife,
Yeah.
and I will ignore wife unless to fuck. I think that's probably why it didn't like register in my head. I'm like, men were just awful to women at the time. I mean, they still are pretty awful to women, but like especially
Yeah.
so during this time.
Also, I love how. Wait, I just want to say when I said that the movie, the thesis of the movie is that men are bad. That was a joke. I just want to make that clear. I know that it's a lot more complex than that, but
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's because sometimes
is anybody listening to this taking what we're saying to like
Okay, the other day when you said that you're scared that the men are gonna find it,
Yeah.
I'm scared of that too now, and I'm scared that they're gonna like clip things like in iCarly when Neville like clips like parts of them out of context.
You've told me this before, yeah.
I'm literally scared of that. So I just want to
Yeah.
make that clear. I just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, the more I think about it, the more I like this movie.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought the characters were interesting and complex. And I, again, like, I will always say, like, I love a movie where it's like, yes, there's people doing bad things and questionable. It doesn't mean that they're like an awful person,
Yeah.
And I do think that that's a great thing.
Also, the scene where, oh my god, the scene where the son, this is towards the end of the movie, and he like lights a cigarette, and then he like puts it in Ben. I'm just gonna call him Ben, in Ben's mouth,
Hmm.
like to assert dominance. That was so scary. I was literally watching it like with my hands over my mouth. I was like, what? This is
No, I
weird.
was so scared during that part, and I was like in my
Yeah.
kitchen, like doing something while I was like watching it, and my roommate like came up, and like she never makes noise,
Uh-huh.
like like I can never hear her footprints or footsteps, and like it was during that part, and I was like tense as
Yeah.
fuck, and then she was like, "Hey," and I was like, and I literally,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god!" And it always happens. Like she always scares me. I mean, it's not her fault. I'm just
Yeah.
like scared all the time.
Fair. But yeah.
But also like I just am such a Kirsten Dunst stan.
Oh, she was one of the
She's
best parts of the
a
movie.
good actress. I need her to get an Oscar if she doesn't have one. I don't think she has an Oscar. I need her to get one.
Oh, maybe she doesn't.
Maybe
Huh.
she was nominated, but I don't think she's ever received one.
Well, she deserves it. Kirsten Dunst stands.
I'm such a Kristen Dunst stan.
Um, all right. And then the last one we have is West Side Story, directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Tony Kushner, based on the stage play by Arthur Lawrence. Love at first sight strikes when young Tony spots Maria at a high school dance in 1957 New York City. Their, I'm going to say blooming. Their blooming romance helps to fuel the fire between the warring Jets and Sharks, two rival gangs vying for control of the streets. Starring Ariana DeBose, David Alvarez, Mike Faist, Rita Moreno, Rachel Zegler. And yeah, I left that name out on purpose. I cut it out. I was like, we don't need to know who played Tony.
Yeah, we're just not gonna
Cinematography,
address it.
yeah, no, we're not. We talked about it before already. We don't.
Yeah.
We're just gonna ignore it today. Cinematography by Jen Kaminsky. Maybe I don't know. Um.
Um, I'm always here for a Romeo and Juliet retelling.
Yeah.
I've said it
No.
before, I said it again. I love this
No.
movie. I think it's beautiful. I watched it again. And I was just like, oh, I
It's
love
so
this fucking
good.
musical.
It's so good.
And like R.E.P. Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah. Oh, this musical's so good. Okay. Okay. Well, do you have anything to say about West Side Story? I feel like we kind of already
Um,
said it.
I love Mike Feist so much. I think he did such a beautiful interpretation. Is it Riff? Is his name?
I think so. You're talking about the
Um,
guy that was like the friend of Tony.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He is just so good, and I need
Yeah.
to see him in more things immediately.
I hope so.
I want him to play like a villain, like a Marvel villain or something,
Wait, Ariana
or a Marvel
DeBose. Hold on.
superhero.
Ariana. I think she got cast in a superhero movie. Hold on.
Yeah, she did. She got.
Which one was it? Do you remember?
Uh,
Ariana DeBose casting news. Oh, she's gonna be in Sony Marvel's Craven the Hunter. She's gonna play Calypso. Oh, what's the name of the guy? He played Quicksilver. I forgot his name.
Evan
Wanda's
Peters.
brother. No,
Oh,
the
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
yeah, he's gonna play Craven the Hunter. So she's gonna be in the movie with him. Period. We love her. I love Ariana DeBose. I was watching interviews of her the other day, and I was like, what a queen.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't really have that
Yeah.
much to say about West Side Story. I feel like we kind of already said it. It's a great movie. What movie do you think is gonna win?
Ooh.
What would you want to win, and what movie do you think is
Well,
gonna
I
win?
want Belfast to win.
Okay.
Um, what won at Critics Choice
Oh, I don't
Awards?
know. Did that already happen?
Yeah.
I have to check.
And then what won at SAG? I feel like The Power of the Dog. Before I look, I think it's gonna be The Power of the Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is The Power of the Dog. And then SAG Awards 2022.
Oh my God, Jessica
Um,
Chastain won Best Actress for Eyes of Tammy Faye. Period. Belfast won acting ensemble.
Oh, they
Hans,
don't do best movie?
who?
SAG.
Yeah. The Power of the Dog won best picture.
That's SAG?
Yeah. No. Critics' Choice. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm looking at SAG now.
The Licorice Pizza won best comedy.
Coda. Oh no, Coda won outstanding performance by cast in a motion picture. Outstanding performance. I guess they don't do that.
I don't. Okay. Can I? I
Is
don't think.
I think SAG might just be about actors.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Power of the Dog won at Critics' Choice.
I
I
feel
don't
like
think
Power of the Dog.
I don't think I would be satisfied with that, but I really want
What do
Drive My
you
Car to
What do
win.
you want to win?
Drive My Car. I think it was so good, but it's also like I feel like it would be very because Parasite won last year, right?
Very recently. I don't think it
I
was
feel
last
like I feel like these people are gonna be like, well, we can't let a foreign movie win twice,
That's
or
what I'm thinking too,
which is so sad because
which
sometimes
is
it's
like
just the best
so
one.
dumb. Yeah, I'm sure it is the
Yeah,
best one. I just have.
I think you'll genuinely like it. But yeah,
Um,
I would like Drive My Car to win, but yeah, realistically, it's probably gonna be Power of the Dog. Which, like, you know what? It's okay because it's a female director, so fine, it's okay.
yeah, and like I want to see more westerns directed by women. I feel like it could be interesting.
Well, yeah, this one was not what I was expecting at all.
Hmm.
This is not like
Yeah.
any Western I've seen before.
I'd be okay. I would be okay if Power of the Dog won. I don't think it may not be the best movie out of all of these, but I mean
Yeah.
something.
Anyways, that's all for today, guys. We'll see. Wait, will the next episode be out by the time the Oscars are out?
No.
Oh, so we can't discuss yet. Okay, well, in a couple weeks, we'll discuss what we thought of the winners,
Yeah.
and we'll circle back.
Yeah, it'll be 2 episodes from now. So not the next episode, but the episode after that. We'll
Okay.
know. Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Go watch these movies, that ones that we made sound interesting to you. And if we made them sound not interesting, still go watch them. What if it's your favorite movie and we just didn't like it? You never
Yeah.
know.
Do you still think it's a flop though? Because Daniel said that he was like, I think this
Oh
is
yeah.
a flop. You still think it's a flop?
Well, I just don't think it's the strong. Like, it's like, do you remember
I
that
think
one
it's one
year?
of the better ones. I think there's
Oh,
ones
really?
that are worse, lineups that are way
There
worse.
is. There is worse ones. Okay, you know what? Okay, you know how like what that year at Coachella where Beyonce headlined?
Yeah.
This is not that year, and that's the best way I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
describe it.
No one was saying it was that year.
Yeah,
It's like a mid, it's like a upper middle.
it kind of just felt like, oh well, this is what we have.
Yeah, and to be fair, there wasn't a lot of movies that fit into this year's
Yeah,
parameters. So
it's okay. I'm not upset about it, but it's just like,
yeah, it's a weird year.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
see you guys next time.
Understatement of the year. Bye, guys.